Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Mani. I love all things beauty, travel, and fashion, and today we're gonna get into some fashion stuff because I know I haven't been feeding y'all with the fashion videos, so let's get into it. So today we're gonna talk about how to shop on the RealReal. Now that probably sounds like, what do you mean how to shop on the RealReal? That sounds like self-explanatory. It's not. If you haven't heard of the RealReal by now, it is an amazing website that has lots and lots and lots of designer finds, and it's probably one of my favorite places to find archive shoes and archive pieces and just different it's just a smorgasbord of so many amazing things. I love the RealReal down. However, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of items. There are new items added every day. It can be very overwhelming and hard to shop on there. So I'm gonna talk to you guys today about how to shop in the RealReal and how to find the things because you need a strategy. Now sometimes you can just peruse on there and just stumble upon things, but I have found when I found things that I was really looking for, I had a strategy, right? So first, let's start with one, making sure you have an account. That's the first thing, okay? Because then you can go through the entire website and like things, have all of your obsessions in one place. Go on the RealReal app and the website probably every single day and check all my obsessions and make sure that something that I wanted is not sold out, because getting that email from the RealReal that says the obsession that you've been wanting is like sold out or it's gone is like it's like the biggest just shot to the chest. And then sometimes you don't get an alert for all, you don't get an email for all of them. So sometimes I'll just go into my obsessions and it'll be gone and my heart is broken. That would be my first tip, is if you see something, just buy it. Please, for the love of God, just buy it. Because there have been so many times where I've seen something, I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute, da, da, da. I'm like, okay, let me think about it. It's gone. The next day it's gone. Stuff on the RealReal goes so fast. I don't think I've ever seen stuff go that fast other than the RealReal. The stuff on the RealReal is gone. Like in minutes, seconds, so fast. And if you get ready and stay ready, you could be one of those people that snatches up your item immediately. Here, go ahead and pull out your laptops. You can have it out while I'm sitting here. We're gonna pull our laptops out. Yeah. And pull up the RealReal because you're gonna want to be on here while I'm giving it to you, okay? If you just love luxury stuff and you don't want to pay full price, the RealReal is the place for you, okay? I'm gonna be sharing what I look for, how I shop, some tips and tricks that I do, and then what I like to try to avoid. So just a little bit more on the RealReal. The RealReal is a luxury resale platform. They have literally everything that you can think of on there, and it is phenomenal. Everything is authenticated, so all the designer items, they're no fakes. Everything is authenticated for you on the RealReal. So kind of what you buy depends on your taste. You can buy clothing, shoes, jewelry, purses, belts, watches. For me, I really like niche things. So I like things that are either more rare, vintage, or archive pieces. I have like a wish list of like shoes and things and bags that I like to look for. And sometimes I'll look for like some more trendy things that are kind of at a lower price than what they normally would be retail. And a lot of the products on the RealReal are brand new, barely worn, at great prices. So like, don't look at it as just like you can buy some great pieces. I just found these Saint Laurent boots that I've been dying for. I'm gonna put a picture of them right here. I found them on the RealReal after searching for them for months in brand new condition with the tags still on. Mind you, I collect Saint Laurent boots from older seasons, so I was like, oh, bought them right there on the spot in the app. Like, try to stick to like shoes, bags, outerwear, type of thing. I just find them to be a little bit safer in terms of like, I don't have to worry too much about fit, because a lot of times there's some items that are final sale. So if they don't fit you, you can't return it or, anything. So I usually tend to stick to shoes, bags, accessories on there. I have ordered some clothes before that ended up working out for me. So I'm probably going to try to tap more into the clothes this year, but I normally just stick into the shoes, bags, accessories pipeline. So the RealReal has like different tiers. So they have like pristine condition and they have like fair condition. Like it just goes a spectrum of like pristine to fair. I try to stick between like the pristine to like good area because it depends on what it is. If it's like a sunglass, it's just like good and nothing is broken and maybe there's a scratch or two, I don't really mind that. But sometimes like things like Chanel's or like bags, and the good side can be kind of like worn, especially with Chanel's. Like you don't want a Chanel that's like the lamb, because if it's lambskin, like a lot of them are like worn, so you want to like stay away from stuff like that. But if it's just something very minor or something that you can get like fixed at like a cobbler, I have a guy that I go to who fixes all my shoes. An issue that I know that he can fix, I'll just buy it and have him fix it, and then boom, I have like a really cute niche shoe that I've been dying for. Or items that are really heavily worn. So if you see a pair of Louboutins and the soles are just so worn, That's a no for me. I also really try to avoid items that don't have detailed photos. There was a belt that I was looking at today, and they only had pictures of the belt from the back. There were no pictures of the belt from the front. For me, that's a no-go because I want to see everything on the item. But there are a million things on there that fit in good criteria that aren't super worn, that aren't final sale. You just have to be a little bit more careful with those, which is why I try to avoid them. But if it's something that I'm like, I might have to, you know, see, I'll just do it. This is how I search and filter for things on the RealReal. First, I already have in my brain what I'm looking for. It was a specific designer. I have a list of shoes. I have a list of bags. I have a list of things that I have like a ever-growing wish list of things. So I always start from that. Try to come up with a list of your like wanted items or things that you're looking for. Maybe you want a new black boot, or you want something to see. I don't know, sequins. Maybe that's your thing. Kind of keep a list of things that you're looking for, but general. It doesn't have to be narrowed down to designers. Try to filter by condition. After I have, I have my list in my head, I try to filter by condition, the newest items. Another thing that helps me shop on there is save my searches. So if I'm looking for something and I can't find it, I save the search so that when eventually, if it does pop up, I can go back to my saved searches and I check my saved searches every time I go on the website, so I could see, maybe my saved search didn't pop up last week, but something in my saved search popped up this week. So say for example, you have a saved search, you're looking for a nude Louboutin pump. Okay, you can save your search. Maybe you didn't find a Louboutin pump in your size this week. Next week when you go back to your saved searches, something else could pop up and you'll have in your saved searches. The RealReal posts new items every day, twice a day, once at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then the second time at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely, even if you've gone in the morning and you're really late for something, try to peruse again like in the evening, because they do add new stuff twice a day, every day, which is why those saved searches are really, really important, because you're gonna miss something if you do not have your searches on. Thing that's helpful is to really look at the measurements. If you're just not sure, measure yourself. They give the measurements in every single item. Just make sure that you double, triple check that if you're unsure about how something might fit you or fit your, just make sure you check those measurements. Also look at the photos very, very closely to see if there's an imperfection that you don't think that you would live with, or you don't feel like you would want to buy it if it's not, what you want. So for example, I'll give an example. I have these boots on my wish list that I've been looking for forever, right? Found them, boom. Not that simple, okay? I found them on the RealReal, but these boots were white. So I've been wanting these boots for a long time. They're white, right? But the outside was very dingy. The how they were decorated on the boot was also dingy. And I wanted the boots to be very pure white, and it just wasn't what I wanted. And I didn't feel like, and the material was velvet, and I just didn't think that the guy who does my shoes could be able to get it out. So I was just like, this is just not worth it to me for the amount of money. Like, if I find these shoes, I want them to be pristine. Or I'll run into the issue where I found the boots in pristine condition and they were a half size too small, and the brand already runs a half size too small. So I was like, oh, these are not gonna fit. There are heartbreaks like that every day on the RealReal, but you just gotta keep hope alive and keep searching. I'm still searching for those exact boots, but I literally have faith that they will come back on the RealReal. Stuff on there always turns over. Like the boots that I just got, that I showed you a picture of earlier, I've been looking for those forever. Mind you, they used to have like 1 million pairs on there, and I passed up on all of them just doing other stuff. And I was like, I'm never gonna find another pair. I'm never gonna find another pair. Literally randomly searched them after months of looking. Just tried it because I've been looking. I randomly was like, let me just try. Found them. Another thing to think about is like sometimes you're not gonna be able to find things directly to the website. Sometimes you have to like do Google searches. So for those boots, I have been looking all over the RealReal, gone, nowhere to be found. I literally searched on Google YSL fur boots and clicked, and it was in the images that I clicked on it, and it happened to be on the RealReal. Had just been listed maybe like 5 minutes ago, and this was like right at I think 10 a.m. because I had just got on there right when they dropped everything, and because I was so quick and I remember the times, I was able to snatch the boots up in minutes. They were gone, and they're super fire. Tip that helped me with the RealReal is you can't always rely on your saved searches. Like me, I have to take matters into my own hands. So I have ChatGPT, the pro version, the one that you pay for, and I set alerts in my ChatGPT for specific items that I'm looking for, and to scan the RealReal for said item. I get alerts every day at 9 a.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. on specific items, and so that helps me keep in touch with it, because then ChatGPT will email you, like if they found something, if they have anything for you to look at through email. So that's another way that I kind of keep up. It is like a very shopaholic thing to do. I understand it's probably not the healthiest. However, if you're looking for something, that's another way for you to keep up with it and finding it, by having ChatGPT send you alerts. That's like my biggest pro tip when it comes to shopping on the RealReal, because that's how I end up finding like a lot of cute stuff on there that like I probably wouldn't have found, because like I don't know, like I love to shop and I love to look around, but I don't have time to sit on here all day every day. So having them send me those alerts, lifesaver of finding stuff for me, because I usually find what I'm looking for. My also biggest tip with the RealReal is patience over impulse. So I know that you, or how I feel, like impatient, like I really just want the thing now, and I want to, I guess with the RealReal you got to play the long game and be patient, because a lot of things go on sale and the prices drop and you can get deals. Also, if you're a first-time shopper, there's definitely deals. They usually have coupon codes or discount codes that you can use as well on certain purchases. Now, certain items you can't use coupons on, but a lot of them on the site you can use coupons on, and you can get an even bigger discount deal on certain item that's in great condition. Also, when they have sales, the sales sections are amazing. Like, you have to like kind of comb through there a little bit, but the sales section is amazing as well. Like looking to try to find things. Like I love hitting the sales section, especially around like a holiday. Sale is amazing. The tip is with the RealReal is when kind of the season is about to change, that's when a lot of stuff is going to go up and it's going to go on sale. So, you know, we're kind of still in winter. We're kind of almost at springtime. In the next month or so, I'm anticipating a lot of really good winter stuff to be on the RealReal. So I would keep your eye out on that. Because I've just been thinking, like, I hate every time I go into a new season, I'm scrambling to try to find new stuff for the season, when it's just like, you can get some really cute stuff at the end of the season that you can wear at the beginning of the next season. So I'm definitely going to be looking out, and if you're interested in that, I would definitely look out in the next month, like what kind of stuff. That's going to be a lot of winter coats, winter boots, dresses, things like that will be on sale. But I saw this to say, luxury does not have to be reckless. It doesn't have to completely break your bank. And you can also, if you are an archive girly, you want the shoes that you can't nobody find, the RealReal has the gems. I'm telling you, I've had so much heartbreak because every single shoe that I ever wanted to look at is on there and I missed it. Yeah, let me know if you want a part 2 or if you want to haul some of the things that I've gotten from the RealReal. I am open to anything. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my socials. Bye, guys.